Hello everyone, I am Rahul. Welcome to WebDev Basic to Advanced. Here I am going to explain all the programming languages involved in web development, from the very basic languages like HTML with CSS to modern JavaScript libraries like jQuery, React, and popular frameworks like Ruby on Rails, Express, Angular, and many more, so that you can easily start your dream project soon. Now let's get started. To understand why we need HTML, first we need to understand why we need to build a website and what is the main reason behind that. It can be different for different person, but the core reason is to transfer information. Now, information can be transferred in three ways, either in text format, or in audio format, or in video format. Let's proceed with the option that uses the least resource. Here resource means memory. As we need to transfer this information via internet, we will choose the alternative which takes lesser memory, so it will take less time to get transferred. So the text format of information can be the best way to transfer it. But it comes with a disadvantage that only text format of information is boring to read, and sometimes it will be very difficult to understand. So we need some way to format the text to make it very clear and enjoyable for the reader, but we need to keep in mind that we should not increase the file size. So here comes the hypertext markup language, HTML, which can transfer information in text format but can design and arrange the text in a better way to be very clear and understandable. Now, as we have understood the necessity of HTML, now we can take a step forward to learn to work with HTML. In this step, one question may arise in your mind that as we are talking about transferring information over the internet in text format, or better to say in HTML, so how the actual transfer will take place. So I will answer this question as we move forward in this course, as this requires the understanding of many concepts like backend, frontend, etc. So now let's start by creating a simple HTML file. A HTML file need to be written in a text editor, and to view the file we need to open it in a browser. I will discuss the reason of this and many more things in the second part of this introduction to HTML. You are free to use any text editor here to write the HTML code. I am going to use Visual Studio Code here. So I have a Visual Studio Code window open here. What I am going to do now, I am going to open a new folder here from this file option. So I am going to open desktop folder. So let's open it. Now to create a new HTML file, what we need to do in Visual Studio Code, we need to press this button. So it will prompt us to write the file name of our new file. So let's name it as my first HTML file, and we need to put the .html extension as we are writing a HTML file. Now as we have our HTML file created in our desktop folder, we can open it in a browser. I am going to use Chrome here. You are free to choose anyone. So in Chrome, what we are going to do, from this file option, we are going to open the file we have created recently. So it's in the desktop folder. Here it is. As you can see, we have nothing in the HTML file here till now, as we have not written anything inside our text editor. So let's start writing. In HTML, everything should be written inside tags. I will explain uses of all the tags I am going to use now in my next videos, but for the time being, follow me to see the actual output. All HTML files start with this doc type tag. After that, we need to put a HTML tag. Inside HTML tag, we have one head tag and one body tag. And inside head tag, we are going to put a title tag. So if whatever you put inside this title tag will be your page title. Like you can write here my first HTML page. So if you save the file and refresh the browser, you can see your browser page title changes to my first HTML page. So whatever you are going to put inside this title tag, it will be shown in the title of your page, right? Don't worry about all these tags. I'm going to explain all of these tags in my next videos thoroughly, so that you can easily understand uses of all these tags. Now let's add some heading and paragraphs in our HTML file and see what happens in our browser. So let's copy the paragraph from somewhere, like,
It's 8 o'clock.
so as you can see, we have one h1 tag, which is nothing but the heading tag for HTML, and three paragraph tags. So let's see what happens when we save this file and refresh our browser window. See, we have one heading and three paragraphs separated by space. So this is how we create HTML files. As we move forward in this course, I will discuss all of the tags available in HTML. So this is enough for part 1. See you in the next part.